Okay, we'll be bouncing a simple ball on the stage. Okay, first we need to draw the ball. Before we draw the ball, what we have done, earlier I have inserted a frame, right? Okay, I have inserted a frame. Let me delete all of those, remove frames. Okay, if you remember in Microsoft Word, yeah, if you need to have a document for you to write on the document, right? Yeah, you can't write if it's empty document, you can't write on it. I can't show you now here, it's because I have a content already. But if it's empty, if you type on empty document, yeah, you can't write on it. Okay, you need to have a document first to be able to. In Flash, you need the frames as well. You know, to put the contents, you need the frames, yeah, and you also need to place it on the stage. Okay, our setting for the property window is not 100. We don't want to do 100 frames per second. 20 frames per second. Okay, so with 20 frames per second, we want to put on frame 80. We can highlight, right click, and insert frame. So we have frame here, and we will be putting a red ball. And we will draw it. You see, this is a drawing tool, and earlier actually I didn't mention it. You know, when we looked at the workspace, the drawing tools, we can create oval shape, rectangular shape, a polystar shape. We'll look at all of them in other times as well. We can draw a line. We can insert a text. Yeah, we have the bone tool, which would look at later on, which can be used for animating, for example, a stickman. If we draw a stickman, and then we can animate using the bone tool, or to animate other items. You know, the bone tool is excellent. You can use a paint bucket. Yeah, like, you know, you can use the eraser, the hand tool. Yeah, and this is the fill color and the stroke color, and some items don't have stroke. When they don't have stroke, you know, you would see this white but the diagonal red. But now we are going to create an oval shape, and we want a red ball. So, and if you see, I have selected the layer and the frame, yeah, and red ball I am going to draw. Okay, so I have drawn the red ball. To be able to animate it, yeah, we are going to do motion tweening. We need to convert it to a symbol first. Okay, so symbols are reusable assets. Yeah, at the moment our library is empty. Okay, but when we create the symbol, it would be placed on inside our library. Okay, have a look. I'll use the selection tool and select the ball and modify, convert to symbol. I could use right click and convert to symbol, or I can use F8 as well. So F8 is a shortcut for converting to symbol, or you can right click and convert to symbol, or modify, convert, symbol. Okay, when we convert to symbol, we have a choice to convert to a movie clip, to convert to a button, or a graphic. Okay, and it all depends on what we want to do. If we are creating a button, then the button choice is better usually. The movie clip and graphics would depend on what we want to do with it. If we want interaction, then movie clip and button are better. Graphic is for when we want to animate the symbol, but when not sure, to use a movie clip is probably better. Red ball, you need to give it a name for each symbol. Okay, so DC, now it is inside our library. We can actually animate it. We movie clip. Yeah, we are going to look at the difference between movie clip and the graphic and the button in the future. Okay, at this stage it's not that much important. So we have here the ball, yeah, and we want to now, you see, with the classic tweening, you specify the beginning, you specify the end, and then the in between movement would be filled by flash. Okay, that's classic tweening. That's how classic tweening works. For example, if I press here, right click and insert keyframe. Keyframe is a frame where major change would happen. Okay, if I insert keyframe here, then I can right click here and create classic tween. Yeah, this in fact it used to be called motion tween in the past. Now they change it into a classic tween, because motion tween, now the current motion tween has more. Yeah, this classic tween, it would give you an arrow like this. Yeah, so we can actually, at the beginning it's here, at the end we can bring it here. Okay, so if we press Control and Enter, yeah, it moved. Yeah, we have now, what is 84 now? This is, we specified up to here. You see, 80 up to 80, we just, I just thought, for 80 it will give you 4 seconds, because 20 frames per second. 20 times 4 is what? 20 times 4? 80. Okay, so from 1 to 20. Yeah, I just, now I will just undo that. Yeah, we have drawn we have the symbol which we convert and create motion tween. With motion tween, what you do is the way you work, the pattern, the story of motion tween. Hello, the story of motion tween is you tell it where it's going to start, you do the motion tween, and then you tell it where it's going to finish. Insert motion tween, then here press F6, F6 every 1 second. So from here to here, do you see this one? Can you see the difference between the motion tween and the classic tween? The classic tween, you had no idea until you test it, but this one is telling you how it's going to go. Do you see? You can control it as well. And here we went inside the movie. And here, okay. And if we now move it, control and enter, can you clap for me here? Okay, it's gonna be your turn, yeah. All right.